weather. It was another sunny day across Michiana, and there is one more bonus day before rain and temperatures start falling. ABC 57 News at 6 starts now.
Covering South Bend, Elkhart, and all of Michiana, this is ABC 57 News at 6.
He made the ultimate sacrifice, and tonight Benjamin Rast is finally home. Hear how the community is supporting the Niles sailor's family.
He asked me to pray for them. That was the last thing that he said, and I certainly have.
Also hear from those who traveled far to say goodbye to a young man gone too soon. The Niles sailor killed last week in Afghanistan is back home tonight. Good evening, I'm Krista Fogelsong. It was a hero's welcome for Benjamin Rast, whose body arrived in South Bend today. The 23-year-old died last Wednesday during a friendly fire incident. Reports say Marines under attack called in a drone strike, and by mistake, the Hellfire missile hit Rast and a Marine. The U.S. military is investigating.
Major guard, fall for the escort.
Benjamin Rast's body arrived in Michiana just before 12:30 this afternoon. Family, friends, and servicemen gathered today for military service at the South Bend Regional Airport. Today's ceremony and procession begins 3 days of remembrances here in Michiana. We have team coverage tonight of Benjamin Rast's return home to Michiana. Dozens stood along the procession route as his casket made its way to Mishawaka at a funeral home. ABC 57's Tony Spahar talked with neighbors who came out to pay their respects. But first, we begin with ABC 57's Ryan Klund, who was at the South Bend Regional Airport today. Ryan.
Now I'm live here at the South Bend Regional Airport, where earlier today the body of Benjamin Rast was lowered off a plane. There were lots of people at the ceremony, including about 100 Harley riders called the Indiana Patriot Guard. Dale Reedy was on the tarmac today when 23-year-old Benjamin Rast's body came home.
We're here to pay our respects and honor to the family and, of course, our hero.
He's with the Indiana Patriot Guard. The group, Harley riders, mostly veterans, travel the state to honor fallen soldiers.
It is our way of saying thank you for all that he gave in defense of his country and our freedom here.
You can see the support and hear it. The 100 bikers in the group will be the family's personal escort till after the funeral Saturday. Each ride is special for Reedy, but this one hits close to home.
I myself was a medic.
He was a corpsman, a medic for the Marines in Vietnam, the same position Rast was serving when he lost his life.
And I've got all the respect in the world for these young men and women that filled these shoes to rescue their fellow comrades that are wounded out there. You just can't leave them.
7 News.
Well, after Benjamin Rast's body arrived at the South Bend Regional Airport, it was taken to Hahn Funeral Home in Mishawaka. Several people lined the streets to pay their respects to this fallen hero. Those we talked to say it was the least they could do for a man who paid the ultimate price fighting for our freedom. And as that procession made its way through South Bend into Mishawaka, it passed by a very special place, the home of Benjamin Rast's father. ABC 57's Tony Spahar was there and talked with neighbors. He joins us now live from Rast's hometown of Niles. Tony.
I'm outside of Brandywine High School in Niles, where Benjamin Rast graduated in 2006. Earlier today, I was outside the home of his father as the procession bringing Rast home to Michiana passed by. The entire street grew quiet. It was a sign of respect among a community for neighbors in mourning. The procession taking Benjamin Rast through South Bend passed the Rast home slowly. Flags flew, those in uniform saluted, and neighbors came out to pay tribute to Rast and his family.
Good, upstanding people. People that love God and people that love their country.
Robert Nelson has lived behind Bob Rast, Benjamin's father, for 4 years. They talk over their backyard fence. It was there he was told the young sailor had been killed.
He asked me to pray for them. That was the last thing that he said, and I certainly have.
Nelson and Bob Rast had a special bond. Both had sons serving in war. They spoke about their fears often.
I became very upset at the idea that my son was there serving. I always said that they should send some of us old guys in the war and spare the young.
A notion he told to Rast.
And we would laugh about it, and he would say that we're just too old.
So they laughed and comforted each other as the young went to war. And as Michiana mourns the loss of one of those young men, Nelson just wants his friend and neighbor to know.
If there's anything that we are able to do to assist them in this time of tragedy and sorrow and need, they only have to call on us.
Other neighbors I spoke to shared the same sentiment. They said they will do whatever they can to help the family. The community will say goodbye to Benjamin Rast later this week here at Brandywine. Live in Niles, Tony Spahar, ABC 57 News.
And if you'd like to pay your respects to Benjamin Rast and his family, that public visitation is Friday afternoon from 4 to 8 in the Brandywine High School gym. A memorial service is set for Saturday morning at 11, also in the gym. Governor Rick Snyder is expected to attend. Rast will be laid to rest in Mishawaka. And stay with ABC 57 News for continuing coverage as Michiana pays tribute to the fallen hero, Benjamin Rast. We will also have up-to-the-minute updates on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Well, the sun is